his game anymore.
I am nervous. Alright, I'm ready.
Can you handle that for us again? All right.
Oh, snap.
The technical director just got in on the action. He does not believe that Rade can go 50 for 50.
I'll go 50 for 50.
I think it's possible, but I don't think. I think you'll miss a couple. I think there's too many states that are.
You know, in elementary
tough to
school,
identify.
man, we had a big geography test about all small and big cities in Holland with all the rivers and all the things that come along. Basically, there were like 300 and something things to remember. And our country is very small, so everything is very clumped up. All the dots were literally millimeters away from each other. And I was the first kid in 6 years of my elementary school to get a perfect score. 100 questions out of 357 possible answers.
You probably didn't study for that at all, did you?
I did. My mom promised me those shoes with those iron plates below it that you could grind down the rails, and I wanted them so badly, so I studied very hard for it.
So you've been studying your states too, I guess.
Well, that was part of it. After that, I always felt that I was the kid who was supposed to be very good in geography. I had a status, a reputation to live up to, so after that I've always did my best and was pretty good at it.
Well,
my memory is pretty good, as you know.
I'm looking. It is. It's excellent. I think you'll do very well. I think certainly over 90%. But 100% is a tall order.
We will see, man. For now, let's talk a little bit about StarCraft, as it's 1-1 between Incredible Miracles Nestea and Root for Root State. State's gonna switch things up here a little bit, Ben, at Whirlwind. As we can see that he's going for a Forge Fest expand. And he's even dropping a Pylon, so he's gonna complicate things a little bit for Nestea. Nestea did already drop the spawning pool, so...
Not going to bother him that much, and we see State cancels the pylon. Rebuilds the pylon, he's just going to do a little bit of dancing, wants to try and annoy Nestea as much as he can.
I'm curious to see where they're going to go with
Nestea's going
this.
to take his third base first, which is fine. Now, I feel like we need to throw in the condition that you're not allowed to tab out of StarCraft until you fill out the blank.
I won't do a thing, man.
That's important. We can't limit him in time, that's not fair. Well, we also can't give him infinite time. But
our director is meanwhile getting in on the action, trying to get greedy on me and picking up $20 for Ari. It's fine, guys. My revenge will be bittersweet. Let's focus on StarCraft for now.
I'm excited to see how you do. I think this is going to be a fun challenge.
I think so too.
So, Nestea meanwhile is going to going up to 3 hatcheries. Right around the 4-minute mark, so this is a oh-so-familiar situation. And I'm a little confused and I find it interesting that State chooses to play Nestea, the master of Wings of Liberty, with a very Wings of Liberty-esque build.
He's forced to get in this gateway as well. He's even going to lose the probe. This is kind of an annoying opening already for State. Not the end of the world, but still slows him down a little bit, losing that probe, being forced to warp in. That gateway now also meant that his production of the probes was stalled a little bit.
Even forcing a chrono boost on this Zealot.
I mean, with this opening, Ben, I kind of, even though that's silly to say, but I really feel that State is already putting himself in. Oh, this is nice.
Poor little thing.
I feel this is going to have a lot of aggression behind this. Because State is just like, alright, you always make a couple of safety units here and there, and after that just go back to droning immediately. I feel State, no, I'm wrong. At least for now. Unless he's he will throw down 6 additional gates behind this. Which I actually think would be very smart, considering the fact how game 1 and 2 played out.
We
will see.
Stargate down for State once more. Nestea is obviously in drone mode right now, has no idea what his opponent is up to, but that Overlord's in a good spot, the one outside the natural, and it could very easily float forward and see, and it is floating forward right now. And then it stopped. It just floated a couple pixels, Kev.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
How many saves would you get correctly, Ben?
I don't know. I'm sure that I would do okay. I would pass, but I wouldn't do well. I'd probably do 75%.
Okay.
I would say.
That's still pretty good.
Maybe I would do much worse than that. It's hard because there's a lot that are easy to get mixed up, you know.
I'm like in my mind now. I'm already like preparing myself mentally. So I'm totally unfocused on my StarCraft guys now. I have to let it go, Ben. Let it go.
Stargate has been revealed as this Phoenix has flown forward and said, "Hey, Overlord, get the hell out of here."
At least I know where Hawaii is.
I'm sure you can get California.
Alaska.
I'll tell you where Georgia is.
I know that one. It's right next to Minnesota. Just kidding. Right next to South Carolina and Alabama and Florida below it.
Yeah. And I know you'll get Idaho.
I know it's a little tricky.
No,
Anyway.
it's easy.
Zealot making his way across the map.
Right now, Nestea is going up to lair. He's getting some extra lings. It looks a lot like he wants to play mutas again. It's kind of been his go-to these past few games, and it's possible that we'll see it once more. State this time producing more than just a single Phoenix.
And once more going up to 3 bases pretty quickly though. And also from a very low worker count. I find this kind of pro display really cool to watch because I'm always afraid to take this third base so quickly, and I'm sure there are a lot of pro players out there watching these games and they know that this is the way they're supposed to play and they want to do it, but still they're a little bit afraid to pull it off, and I often feel the same way. We will see how State does it, but we can see that Nestea is still droning up pretty heavily behind this. Nestea has no intentions to win this game in the near future.
Yeah. Actually, Hydroden goes down. That's a very interesting choice. I suppose as a reaction to the number of Phoenixes that are out on the map. Spire's also being built. I think it's being built proxied up at the top of the map. So State's going to see this Hydroden.
It's a very old trick, man.
He's even going to see this Hydroden researching. And that might cause him to...
He's going to force out a couple of Hydra-lists regardless, I think. Because if he's not going to see any Hydras, I'm sure that these Phoenixes are going to stay active for a very long time there. We do see a couple of Hydras on the production tab. So I think it's safe to say that Nestea's plan is already thrown off a little bit. And I really like the opening so far from State, man. These Phoenixes are going to pay for themselves. He's going to go up to roughly 60, 55 probes without really worrying about any sort of aggression, and he might even get some pines out. So meanwhile, we do have these Zerglings running through. Oh my god, State, how did that happen? I saw them being active there, but I didn't expect them to break in.
Man, this could be game-ending. State's in an awful situation. We're sending a bunch of Zealots in the main base, which should hopefully buy him some stability. But this Nexus is under fire. Zerglings surrounding it, though. There's no way he's going to save this Nexus.
Nope. Where's that? He doesn't have a mothership core either.
Nexus is absolutely going to fall. Lings are now just going to run right past, back up into the main base, and State's situation goes from bad to worse. He's going to lose a couple more probes.
Well, Nestea gets the time that he needs, man, to stabilize, eventually get ready for that muta switch if he really has to, but for now just get a bunch of Hydras out because he knows he has to worry about a potential charge slot counter. Oh, State, everything was going so well for you.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
And just like that, it all comes crumbling apart.
It all came crashing down.
Yeah. A couple probes going to make their way down to this natural and try to retake it. Dude, Nestea could absolutely cancel that again.
Yes, if he moves those links properly, like we saw Sorky do. I love how Sorky was doing. What game was it? Did you see when he was like tick, tick, and he was just moving? It was so crazy to see.
Not going to happen, but again, the Lings slide up into the main, and
this is one of the most frustrating things in the world to deal with when, the Lings are just way quicker than your units. Now finally Charge is ready, so these Zealots will be able to connect a little bit better. It's just so frustrating because you can't really catch up. This doesn't have to do that much with micro. It's Nestea being awesome. Nestea is microing those Lings fantastically, but there's not just too much that State can do.
And look at this, man. That can't be on the set. Okay, that's good. Hydras and Lings making their way forward. Zealots are trying to fight for their lives. They were trying to bring me a map, which is what I was talking about there, guys. Can't let Kev have any unfair advantages. Good game, good luck. Nestea closes it out with a score of 2-1, meaning he will get the rematch against Gosu User.
That was very unfortunate,
a match
Ben.
that never was.
I felt it.